Debra, and thank you for taking the time to do this interview with us today.
I'm glad to be here.
Who inspired you to paint?
Well, my original inspiration was my mom. And she was a painter, and so I grew up having art around me, and that usually helps somebody decide if they want to go into painting. And so she was my first inspiration, and then all the great Canadian artists that we have around us, that's my other inspiration.
What was your first painting?
Gee, I don't know if I can remember. I think my first painting was before I went to school, so I would have been, age maybe 4 or 5, and it was a big charcoal drawing on white paper, and it was just a picture of my mom and me, because she was painting and she was drawing in charcoal also, so she would set up a little station next to her, and I would paint or draw around with her.
So you were really young when you drew?
I was very young, but not everybody starts out that young. A lot of people go to art later, and they go, even as adults, they start taking up painting or drawing, and they can do it for a great deal of enjoyment, just for fun for yourself.
What do you like to do other than painting?
I like hiking. I hike a lot. I spend a lot of time in the woods. I was born in Banff, Alberta, and so I still go back to my hometown, and I do a lot of hiking in Kananaskis, and I also like to travel, so I travel all over the world, really.
What advice do you have for our young writers at Richmond School?
At the writers and the artists? I think is to never give up. At first you might start your writing or your painting or your drawing and you think, oh, I'm not as good as somebody else I've seen, or I'm not as good as the guy next to me. But if you keep going, you'll get better and better, and that's the number one thing that makes you a success. It's not how talented you are when you're young, it's how much you work on it through your life. That's going to make a big difference.
Again, thank you, Debra Ward, for all of your work and what you have taught us over the last 2 weeks. It's been truly amazing.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Welcome.